Hey, what's up, guys? Steve Kondrajeski here, doing a 12:45, and the coastal low has finally developed and is strengthening off of the coast of Maryland, Delmarva, right now, and we're going to be in the thick of it. The best chance of getting snows over a foot is going to be east of the river here in south central PA. Northeastern PA, you still look good for the 12 to 20. Here in south central PA, most areas have had 3 to 4, or actually 3 to 5. I had 4.5 here at my house. Some places were reporting 5. And then it's just basically been on and off freezing drizzle and sleet. And this morning, from about 9 a.m. up until current, parts of Adams County and Franklin County have been getting hit with a very heavy band of what was originally sleet and then went over to snow. And they're going to have some good snows out there because that band has just been sitting there. And when a band like that just sits there, well, what happens is you get dumped on. So I'm just going to go over some details with you here. Currently, you're looking at the radar. It's out of Sterling, Virginia. And what you're noticing is pretty cool is you have this southwest flow here. You'll notice how this is like moving southwest. Then you have a northeast flow here, and that's where the winds are converging. This should start to blossom now. The precip's coming in from this way. So what I want to do is I want to go to another radar site here and show you some things. We'll go to Dover first. Let me back out of here. Notice that this is all heavy precip coming this way, but you'll notice how it comes as basically 83. And that's also because of the radar presentation this side of Dover, so it really doesn't pick up all that well. But the other thing I want to show you is the Philadelphia radar. This right here is extremely heavy snow and sleet. Now you are getting what's known as some bright banding. That means that you have snowflakes and sleet pellets aloft. Radar shoots up in the air and then it hits off these sleet pellets and it looks like it's heavier than really what it is. But that's some pretty heavy snow and sleet. And you can see like the low pressure, and I'll show you that in a second, is pretty much down here. And it's pumping all this moisture in off the Atlantic. And this stuff should all pivot this way. And then as the low pressure, basically, depending on how far north it wants to get, you then start getting backlash coming in. Let's go here. And we'll go to the surface. Okay, so we're at this isn't doing a real good job of picking up precip, but you can see this band. See this band right here? Basically, all these winds are coming off of the Atlantic, and they're starting to converge in this area. But this was just updated. This updates every minute. We have a 996 low pressure system off of, I guess, the exact center of the low would probably be right here. So Delaware. This is how it evolved. We had 1,000 4 hours ago, 998 2 hours ago, 996 current. And so that means it is strengthening. It's continued to expect it to strengthen. And man, if we can just get this thing to stall out and stay here for a little bit, we'd be, once we change back over from this freaking sleet that we have right now. And it blows my mind because none of the upper atmosphere profiles are saying it should be sleeting. But what you can see here is you have a this would be a south wind here. These barbs, that's a south wind, southeast wind, northeast wind, southwest wind. So what that's telling me is that the low is actually probably right in here. If we can get a little bit closer, that would be phenomenal. But this is what some of the data is showing. So there it is there now as modeled. And here's what the trends and the forecasts are. 2 hours. So 994, that's down. What that's showing is that, see this green right here? That green, I don't know how well you can see it, over Lancaster, York, Dauphin County. That's really heavy snow. 4 hours, it's showing some lighter snow. 6 hours showing some heavier snow. But see, that doesn't make sense to me because we got 994, 994, 996. I don't think that this is doing that well of a job. Let's go into some radar or some models here. And let's look at first the icon. We'll do this here. And we're going to go, I really don't follow modeling or even really look at it, but I'm just doing this to show you guys and so you can see that we're not out of this yet. Okay, this is 11 o'clock in the morning. So as you can see, really nothing was even coming down, which was perfectly modeled. 12 o'clock, really nothing. Even now, 1 o'clock, nothing. But you can see how this presentation does mimic where this heavy snow is at. So this model is doing a good job, in my opinion. And so we're just going to run this forward. It's going to be hourly, I believe. Let's see here. And here's York. Here's Lancaster. And we'll just let it ride. So this is hourly. So this is 2 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So that's 6 hours. So this model is forecasting in York County proper. That's about 6 inches, probably 6 to 8 inches. So it's going to be coming down extremely heavy if what happens is in line with how this is modeled. And then we'll go forward again, another 6 inches. Another 6 hours. 2 a.m. We're now about another 2 to 3 inches, so not as heavy. And then we'll go another 6 hours, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. This 8.4 that you're seeing is Thomasville, so that's western York County. So I'm not expecting that area after that band that's currently out there to kind of dissipate. The focus is probably going to really be 83, maybe 74, and east. But the real focus to getting the heavy snow is going to be east of the river. But as you can see, this model basically is still saying between now and tomorrow, 6 o'clock, an additional 10 to 15 inches. With already 4 on the ground, that would bring our total up to about 19 total. Let's go to the GFS model, which just came out. Let me see if I can get a better view here. Let's go back and see how well this matches up. So this was 10 o'clock. That is 1 o'clock. So this is overdone because, well, as I look outside now, it is starting to mix in with snow. But this was saying between 10 and 1 o'clock, there would probably be about 2 inches of snow. That did not take place. So either the model is wrong and or it's delayed. So let's just see now. This is wrong out in here. I believe this is wrong here. Let's just run it forward. This is every 3 hours. See what happens there between 1 and 4. So between now and 4, this area just explodes with snow. Looking at the radar, you can kind of see where the heaviest is going to be. So I think it's a little bit overdone, but let's go back here. And so this is 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight, 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m. tomorrow, 4 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. tomorrow, 10 p.m. tomorrow. So parts of York County, once again, 10 in Thomasville. As you get closer to the river, that is 16, 18 inches of snow. So it was off by about 2 inches. So maybe take 2 inches off of that. Now, a model that really isn't showing much snow is the Canadian. It is, this is also new and is reserved for east of the river. So let's just see how this plays out. This was 10 o'clock this morning, between 10 and 1. There wasn't the snow over York County. There was this snow here, but it was a little bit further south. So take that off. There's been 0. But this is basically only saying a total of 5 more inches maybe in Thomasville to 6 inches at the river. I think that's a little underdone. Let's go to its MEO scale models, and they're kind of showing the same thing as you might expect, except it's showing a little bit more snow down here. This is more like a 4 to 8 as you get closer to the river. But it did a horrible job out here. There was actually about 3 inches, 4 inches of snow out there already. So these models aren't gospel. And this is the 10K. This is a little bit more of a less MEO scale, less more global type of thing, but not global. But it's hard for me to explain to you exactly what it means without going into detail. But you're seeing here 3 to 6 at the river. Still think this is coming over a little bit further west based upon current presentation. The NAM 3K, which is a MEO scale model. 8 at Thomasville to, that would be about 12, 13. Let's see how this model did. Now this was from this morning, so 8, 9. Let's just get to where we're at right now, 1 o'clock. It basically didn't do anything between 8 and 1 o'clock, so except for out here. So this model's doing pretty good, in my opinion. And let's just say moving forward, let's go 1 o'clock. There's 2 o'clock. So looking outside again now, we're starting to get some big flakes, which that means that transition is about to occur. And it should start dumping snow. So let's just ride this out. It says, so this is every hour. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, that's midnight tonight. And as I said, the storm's still not done because tomorrow there's going to be wraparound. Let me just do the Cuchera. That really pumps things up in this area. And I do think that the Cuchera is going to be the better model to model the snow. Let's go to the 12K. With the Cuchera, shows a nice band here into central York County. That would be 13 to 15. And just out here in the Lehigh Valley, showing them getting killed. Northeastern PA, 16. So I got my spies up in northeastern PA. I already had around 5, so that would be about 20. And let's go to the HRR, which is a hourly model, short range model, runs out 18 hours, and it is recalibrated, for the better terms, every single hour. So it's like a nowcast type of thing. HRR, this is out to 3 o'clock, which is this just came in. So let me go actually to the radar. I like seeing this to show you what I think is going to take place. We'll see how well it's doing. I'm going to go back one now. So this would actually be 11 o'clock. This is what it was modeled off of because the new one's not completely in. But so from 11 to 12, did a decent job. It really wasn't doing much of anything. It was snowing pretty good out here. And then from 12 to 1, it's a little off. This was mainly sleet that we've been having. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. There's 11, 12. There's 3 a.m. So this model showing the precip breaking up more so this overnight. I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's just see here. We got snow 10 to 1. All right, so we have changed over to majority of all snow. And this is showing 4 to as much as 6 inches more. So there is some speculation as to how much snow we're yet to receive. We have some models only 4 inches, and we have some models 13 inches. And if you factor in Cuchera, that could be up to 15, 16. So the bottom line is it's going to snow this afternoon into the evening and overnight. And unless something drastically changes, or the storm stalls more so, then you can expect probably no less than 4 and probably no more than 12, which is a big range. The 4 would be further west you go. The 12 would probably be further east you go. Probably a good rule of thumb for York itself would probably be about 8 to 10. And we'll see how it rolls. Just real quick, let's see if something's changed with this at all. I think it has. So we're down to a 994. I think that was 996 earlier. And the nowcast models really aren't doing that good of a job because we're already at 994. This had it at a 998 at this point in time, so that means that it's strengthening more. And still in a decent position. And let's take one more look at the radar. Let's go back to I used the Sterling radar. And we will zoom in. And all these dark greens and yellows are extremely heavy snow. So we'll see how this continues to roll in. Enjoy, guys. Have yourself a great day. Be safe.